It's Alexia Maria Orihuela reporting for Holiday Connections on Toon Talk Radio here with
Jordan Woods Robinson.
All right, so you guys may recognize him from The Walking Dead, and he's a great singer. We saw a set here that he did. It was really good with some new music, and I heard that you have a new single coming out.
Yes, well, thank you, first of all. Yes, I have a new single coming out tomorrow, which is Sunday, so it's probably out by now by the time you're watching this. On my website, jordanwoods-robinson.com. Available here. Maybe can you put like a little banner underneath? jordanwoodsrobinson.com. Right there, as you see. Yeah. And you can listen to the song there. It's my exploration. I live in Orlando, and the events that happened at Pulse hit me very hard as a supporter of the LGBTQ community and as a community member of Orlando. And it took me a while, but I was finally able to get some of my thoughts out into a song, and so that's what this song is coming out tomorrow. It's called Pawn. And I also have an album coming out in October that's indie folk rock, Mumford & Sons, Arcade Fire, big and epic, powerful. It's a full album, about 12 songs. It's called Anthem, and that's going to be released October 28th.
That's wonderful. Congratulations on that. You guys should definitely keep in tune and check them out and everything. So you played some original music, and you did your guitar and everything. The first song, what was the name of it?
First song was 6 1/4 Turns.
I like that song. It was like a dark Alice in Wonderland song. That was really cool. Now, do you write a lot of your own music?
Yes, yeah, I write all of my own music. I'm a terrible lyricist. I can't even speak most of the time. So actually, I borrow lyrics from a lot of people. Most of the stuff on the album, I wrote everything, music and lyrics for. But I love to collaborate with other poets or people who are maybe more comfortable with words than I am. My mom is a great poet. My wife helps me with poetry, and I'll borrow some poetry from other artists throughout the years who something that resonates, and I wanted to put it to music, and I'll borrow that and be inspired by it or copy it directly into the song.
That's great. And so how long did it take for you to do the album, make the album?
The album we started in March and releasing in October, so it was about 7 months from start to finish, but we did it in a very unconventional way. We actually recorded all of the tracks in our private home studios. We're all professional musicians who have professional home studios, and so I recorded the guitar and vocals and violins and cellos in my studio, and then I sent it up to my drummer who laid down all of the drums and percussion, and he did some bass, I think, and then also another guitarist laid down electric guitars and bass and keyboards and synth and some more vocals, and then we sent it all to a mixer who's in Austin who put everything together. So the whole album came together without any of us ever being in the same room at the same time, and it sounds fantastic. It's really good.
Exciting. That's really cool, and you wouldn't ever know that until you get to explain it.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm excited to share it with everyone, and everyone that's been a part of it and outside ears are all just very enthusiastic about it. I'm really very proud of it.
And what is one of your favorite songs or your favorite record from the album coming up? What would you say?
Okay, favorite song from the album. I have two. One is called Go. And it's very Mumford & Sons style, but it's just get up and go, don't stop and keep pushing on your kind of a story of a nomad, just like you might not know where you're going, but just keep going. And then the other is 6 1/4 Turns. So that track on the album actually turned out incredibly, and it's really fun to listen to. It's very cool.
I would love to hear it. I heard the acoustic version, so I can't wait to see what the actual version is going to sound like. Now, you play guitar. Do you play any other instruments?
Yeah. I grew up playing fiddle, so I'm a bluegrass fiddle player, and then country and Celtic and some other stuff. Mandolin, acoustic guitar, and I can fake it on bass if I need to, but pretty much anything with strings I like to play with.
That's pretty exciting. And now you're an actor and you're a performer. When did you realize that this is the career that you wanted, acting and singing? When did you realize, and what inspired you to get into this business?
That's a great question. So I started fiddle when I was 4, and I grew up in East Tennessee, where Dollywood and Dixie Stampede and some of those places I grew up playing there in different theaters around town. And then when I got to be a little bit older, I made a decision that I'd focused on music enough for a while, and I wanted to go into theater and go into acting. So I went to school in New York at New York University, and I finished my 4-year program there, and I loved it and wanted to keep doing that. And I actually revisited music while I was there because I started composing for shows and music directing some shows and doing some other stuff hands-on, and from there I got Blue Man Group, which is a great marriage between acting and music because you're communicating through music. And so I've been doing Blue Man ever since. I'm in Orlando now doing Blue Man Group at Universal Studios. And then I got Walking Dead while I was here. So I'm lucky enough to be able to equally devote my time to music and acting and feel like I am very much, rooted in each of them.
Yeah, and you're so very humble, and I noticed that you've done some big screen movies like The Hunger Games, you were in it. You're also in just like Heaven and Walking Dead. I mean, how do you stay so grounded and humble? I mean, you must, get this feeling like, whoa, I can't believe I'm here. And you do Blue Man Group. Like, how do you stay humble?
Oh, well, thank you, first of all. Secondly, I mean, gosh, this is kind of a frank answer, but the industry has a good way of putting you in your place. Like, as soon as you start to feel like, yeah, I'm doing things, I'm really making my way, you, as an actor, your job is to put yourself out there and say, great, I'm available, I've put this work in, I can do this. And then 9 times out of 10 as an actor, something else is going to happen where you're probably not going to get offered the role. And so you just have to, you be grateful for what you get, and you look forward to your opportunities when you have them, and it just makes it that much more exciting. Plus, opportunities like this of having a convention, being in the same room with all of these fans of a show that I'm a fan of, it's that's something that you don't get to have often. So it's easy to be humble and excited, and just like, I just feel like we're all just hanging out. I've had so many conversations today, and it's great just to be able to like sit down and like talk.
So what would you say your favorite thing about coming to conventions is?
Probably, well, you know what? One of the main things is getting to meet people face to face who maybe I've talked to online or have met in some other circle, but actually getting to hug them and really connect with them and talk to them and find out what they do. And I still have some relationships that have come out of this and gone into social media and vice versa. And it's great to be able to make that connection face to face and then continue it even if we're living apart.
Oh, and talking about online and social media, where can they find you, your fans, if they're not already following you? What's your at sign?
Sure. Easiest way is to go to my website, jordanwoods-robinson.com. And from there, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, if anybody wants to go there, YouTube. You can sign up. I have a newsletter where I send out, handwritten emails all the time and just keep people updated on what I'm doing. And so, yeah, easiest way is just to go to my website, jordanwoods-robinson.com.
And can they find any snippets for your new music out?
Yes, it is all on the website. I've got videos, I've got music snippets as well as downloads. I've got all photos from all my different projects. Contact forms, you can email me. It's all right there.
And are you going to be doing any more conventions coming up?
Yes, I'll be in Atlanta in October 28th through the 30th, 28, 29, 30, yeah. And it'll be Walker Stalker Con in Atlanta. And the night of Friday the 28th is when I'm doing my CD release party. And so it's going to be a big event. Everyone's going to be there. It's the official event of the night. It's $10 to get in, and that gets you a free download of the album as well. So the whole thing is free, basically.
Definitely check him out. I mean, this is so exciting, and thank you so much for your time. I hope you have the best time here, and I love that you're helping with the Orlando Pulse. I mean, it's great. So thank you so much for your time, and it was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you guys, and stay tuned for more FanFest.
Thank you for everyone who came together for this awesome event, and it's So I just asked if I could get up and play a couple songs. So I'm releasing an album in October called Anthem that is big rock music, anthemic in nature, just very large. And so I'm going to do some acoustic versions of some of these songs and just give you a little taste of that. But please stop by and talk to me. I'm also releasing a new single tomorrow that is my interpretation, my self-therapy of the events that happened with Pulse and some of the recent shootings and just some of the overall images I see of hate right now. And it's a beautiful song. It's all of that message is under the surface, so you wouldn't know it if you weren't listening for it. But it turned out super well. I'm releasing it tomorrow on my website and also with a music video. So stop by. I'll talk to you more about it. I'll hand you a guitar pick that has my face on it with my website so that you can hear it. But anyway, so this first song, this is called 6 1/4 Turns. It's on the album, and it is my dark carnival version of Alice in Wonderland. And it's one of the better tracks on the album, so I hope you like it.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? A twisted tale I tell, with the greatest of ease. Something fun here for everyone to see. Don't be afraid to follow down the rabbit hole. Admission is free. 6 1/4 turns she fell. It's just like looking down Beelzebub's well. Please don't be leading me to hell. She stared into his face, taking the tick-tock of his lonesome race. Better change the pace. Down and down the rabbit hole she goes. Where she lands, the mole rat only knows. Serpent and crow, she cried. Treetops won't save you from the rising tide. Eat me, drink me, toss me to the sea. Walrus and baby swine. The cat sends a shiver down the crow's hollow spine. Happens all the time. Silent blunder, strike a thunderous sound. The one who wanders 6 feet underground. Watch the little crocodile put you in a trance. How cheerfully he sits grin, how deeply he spreads his claws, and welcomes little fishes with gently smiling jaws. It all begins again. The start is just the end. Night is darkest just before the dawn. 6 1/4 turns. You've nothing ventured and you've nothing learned. Silent blunder, strike a thunderous sound. The one who wanders 6 feet underground. All will clap and cheer the day she fell. You can't stay in heaven and I'll have my day in hell.
Alright, yeah. So now that my voice is ruined, this one's a little bit, this is a song called Slowing Down. Much softer. Thank you. This is a song that my mom actually wrote the lyrics to, and I grew up on a goat farm, or not a goat farm, an animal rescue farm in Tennessee, and I sat in a goat pasture to write this song and under a big willow tree, and it's just called Slowing Down. It's about taking the time to refocus yourself, realize that stuff is going on, but taking that personal space if you need to.
Focus changing, winding down, staying much too loud. Found a way to get away, feet back on the ground. Slowly, I'm slowly. Leaving worries where they lay, trouble if I stay, draining endless energy, what a price to pay. Ancient breezes on my dreaming of the day, floating in the endless clouds, waiting on what may. Slowly, I'm slowly. So I got one more for you. This was called "Vanished in the Blue," and originally this is a poem by Bertolt Brecht, who's a theater maker and a visionary. But something that I enjoyed about this is David Bowie released a version of this song as well, and he had found this poem by Bertolt Brecht, and he had composed it and he had released it. And myself, independently, 30 or 40 years later, found the same poem by Bertolt Brecht and was inspired by it and wrote a song around it and released that. And so you can actually find a version of this song sung by David Bowie standing in a tuxedo next to a piano on a stage, which is very rare to see indeed. And you can see him performing it. It's a completely different version, imagined by a different person with a different headspace at a different time. And it's a very musical theater version that he released, very operatic actually for David Bowie. And then of course this is my version, which is not that version. One day in blue September, silent and still beneath a young plum tree, I held her, my side, and hailed love. In my arms like a lovely dream, and in my arms a golden dream was she. And in the wide and lovely heavens, there was a cloud and long I saw it there. It was pure white and oh so high above us. When I looked up it was no longer there. When I looked up it vanished in the air. Since that moment, many a September, sailing in, floating down the stream. No doubt the palm trees were cut down for timber. If you ask what happened to my dream, I shall reply I cannot now remember. Though what you have in mind I surely know. her face. I really don't recall it. I just recall I kissed it long ago. And how I dreamt of another kiss, but no. How I dreamt of another kiss, but no. Kiss would have been long forgotten if that one cloud had not been in the sky. I know that cloud, and I shall know forever. It was pure white and so very high. Perhaps the plum trees still are there and blooming. Perhaps that woman has 6 children too. And that white cloud looked only for a moment. When I looked up, it vanished in the blue. Perhaps the plum trees are still blooming. Perhaps that woman has 6 children too. But that white cloud looked only for a moment. When I looked up, it vanished in the blue. Vanished in the blue. Vanished in the So thank you very much for your time. Again, thank you for the support for everyone here today, but also for what this represents, which is something beyond any of us can help on our own. And just thank you for all coming together and being a part of this and making this happen.